Right then, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship here for round 2 of the 2020 Formula 3 Championship. We are back at the Silverstone circuit here for the first anniversary Grand Prix, commemorating the 1-year anniversary of the ACOC, the second of the Silverstone double headers, and yeah, should be pretty exciting. We've got 20 minutes of qualifying just ahead of us, and then a race after. Obviously, we're gonna have to, if you did not hear the news, we're gonna cut down the sprint and feature race format, just do one race to make things a bit simpler. And just as we witnessed Henry J. Brown on his outlap, he smashed into the barriers. And that was quite dramatic into maggots. We're already having drama here in qualifying, but Henry J. Brown has just gone off of maggots. Now, that was quite a bizarre accident. Or I wonder if that was maggots. It could have been... There's a stopped car at Stowe. No, it's not. It's just Brown, but he's appearing to be a bit slower due to the damage he's got. But, yeah, unsure what happened to the Portuguese driver in the Prema, but we're going to see what happened to Henry J. Brown here on his outlap. And there he is. And if we get the onboard here, and the car just snaps on him on the straight. That is, you see, and into the braking zone, something just fails on the car. I've never seen anything like that in the ACOC, but I have to say that's probably one of the most bizarre accidents we've had in a very long time. Henry J. Brown, something's up with that Prema. Obviously, the car just snapped on him. At high speed as well, the car got lifted up into the air. So, yeah, pretty major accident for Henry J. Brown. That car will be a struggle to drive. And he's going to have to get into the pit lane. The man behind him, though, on track, Aaron Curtis in the Trident. And something has gone terribly wrong here. Oh, my goodness. And, yes, okay. Yeah, this one goes into the ACOC iceberg. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think we could continue the race weekend like this. Oh, that is one camera angle to cut away to, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we're gonna try to fix this. Yeah, thank you for watching. And I believe we are back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship. We're back for round 2 here at Silverstone. Hopefully, things should go without issue now. But we are back here at the Silverstone circuit for the first anniversary Grand Prix. Here for qualifying. Henry J. Brown, the first man out on track at the moment. In the commentary booth is me, your friendly neighborhood commentator, Miran. Got the #1 Prem out on track at the moment. Henry J. Brown currently on his out lap, beginning just about to start his lap of the Silverstone circuit. Now, I think before we get into qualifying, let's go through this wonderful bit of track. So the Silverstone circuit, nicknamed the home of British motor racing, was first opened back in 1948 and is famously remembered for hosting the first ever Formula 1 Grand Prix at this track in 1950. I should also mention, just before we continue with this, that due to the little AI mishap we had, this session will be run without the DRS regulations, so drivers will be free to use DRS in the DRS zones, regardless of they are within a second of a car behind. But the Silverstone circuit first hosted an F1 race in 1950, the first ever Formula 1 Grand Prix, and obviously has hosted it intermittently ever since 1948, with one break year in 1986, which I believe they went to Donington that year. But the circuit has been played host to many different racing series over the years. Formula 3 obviously has raced here ever since its inception in 2010, even back when it was called GP3. So it is a staple on the F3 calendar. All number of open wheel racing series have come here. Obviously, BTCC is a name that you could mention as well. Stuff like the World Endurance Championship, and British GT as well, which is obviously one of many series that have come to this legendary track. But yeah, the circuit has seen many reconfigurations over its now 72 years. We're at 70 years, I should say. No, it's 72. 72, yes. The current layout, which is the Arena Grand Prix circuit, which has been in place since 2011, is 5.891 kilometers in track length and a total of 18 turns long. Now then, as Henry J. Brown crosses the lines at a 1:53.275, I think we can get a taster of the lap times we should expect in these cars. Obviously, last time out, it was Michael Valyak who took pole at the British Grand Prix. So we'll see if the Croatian can recreate his successes at this circuit. Now the driver should have should be getting a bit more acclimatized to the car and to the track. So we should see quite close racing as we have the times coming in on the board. It is Fengxianok Xiaoshainat who currently is fastest with a 1:52.625. Zhang Kai in second and Huang Min Nguyen in third. There's Erkinut in fifth as Morrow slots into sixth. Adam Wolf, the Brit, now goes fastest with a 1:52.609. Very well done from Wolf in the Carlin, obviously. Tander into third then for Genzer Motorsport, I believe. No, he is also in the Carlin, apologies. Bentley Schaefer, though, the man in his home race, goes fastest in the HWA with a 1:52.451. There's Colin Rus across the line. Jose Lucas and Robinho Gonzalez. Lucas looks into eighth with Gonzalez, the Spaniard, in fourth. They didn't have the greatest of races last week, or 2 weeks ago, should I say. Matthew Falcon in the ART Grand Prix car goes into P6. Very well done from him, as Halil Shahin not as fortunate, down in 17th. There's Alex Luan in 14th as Grantley King, WTCR champion, goes second. The man in the Red Bull Academy is going to go down to third, as Kasim Adnan goes up into provisional pole. Very well done from the Syrian, as he takes the fastest spot with a 1:52.283. That is a very good lap from Kasim Adnan in the high tech. So very well done from him. We'll see if anyone will be able to break it down into the 151. So I'm quite sure that they would be, considering the times we're seeing this early in qualifying. Erkinytten down in 23rd. Obviously scored points on debut last time out at Silverstone in the feature race. So he is already a point scorer in Formula 3, unlike how it was in Formula E, where he had to wait very painfully long amount of races to score his first points in FE. Nick Tander going up into 8th, as we're going to go on board with Erkinytten as he heads through Brooklands and then into Luffield here, the long right-hander. Then on the curve on the exit, as Jose Lucas gets himself back up into 8th. Rubinho Gonzalez goes back up into 4th as well. The two Campos cars doing quite well, setting improvement after improvement. Gonzalez obviously will be hoping for a bit better now, as we are back at Silverstone. There is Shahin and there is Zanankaya, and he has binned it looks like, at Maggots and Beckett. So I believe he must have had it coming together with the car ahead. Now that is the, I believe that's the Trident. And he goes on the inside here and he just gets it all out of shape, goes wide and just spins the car around. And I think he should still be able to get that car back rolling. We also, unfortunately, missed Halil Shahin going up at the 9th. So that is still quite a good lap from the Turkish driver. And Ankaya trying to find its way back on the circuit. Oh, that's not gone very well for the Filipino driver. Maybe he's waiting for other cars to go past. Hopefully he should be able to get back on the circuit in no time. But you can see there's quite a gaggle of cars going past now at the moment. Because he's just going to have to find that as Aaron Curtis goes up into P19. Not bad from Curtis then. But I think he is hoping for a bit more here. And Ankaya there, he is still stuck. Can he get that HWA machine rolling? Come on. And he stopped again. I guess he's having trouble starting the car. Either way, we're looking at the Indonesian Aditya Bagos as he's gone up into P12. And there's Nick Tander setting yet another improvement. And up into 5th goes the Carlin, who is obviously in the McLaren Driver Academy, running the big McLaren logo on his rear wing there, the number 26, Carlin Buzz Racing. And looking back at Zanankaya, oh, come on. And I think he has gotten it back on track, ladies and gentlemen. Only took him a bit, but crisis has been averted. There is your pole sitter for the last round at Silverstone. The British Grand Prix, Michael Valyak, who is being currently put under pressure by Huang Min Nguyen in the Genzer Motorsport as the two go side by side. It's going to be Valyak on the inside though, as they're going to head into the Vale chicane. So Nguyen trying to get past on track position, as Valyak is going to try to get past Nguyen though with the slide. That's going to compromise him on exit, as Valyak's going to go on the inside line. Careful not to go over the curb though, but he does lose a bit of traction on the inside line, and it has not benefited either party here. So Nguyen has gotten past Valyak on track, and now it's just going to have to hope to get a clean lap in here. But there is the Haruz. I do not know which Haruz it is, but yeah, Nguyen's got him for company just ahead. Hemoti for them, the former Porsche Super Cup driver and race winner, currently in 11th. He also scored points on debut, and obviously started on reverse grid pole last time out. Luca Eiger then in the Trident's gonna come around the club corner, and he is gonna set his lap here. Unfortunately though, the the Swiss driver. Oh, goodness me, I forgot the demonym for a person from Switzerland. I'm very sorry to all the people from Switzerland watching. But yeah, he does not improve. Gabriel Gomez then, the former Formula 2 driver, who drove with Prema back in 2018, now drives with Prema in Formula 3, currently in 8th. Sergeant Morrow, the American in the Carlin, improves up into 17th, just ahead of Jake Tilsley in the Prema. 8.5 minutes ago then in this qualifying session, Kasim Adnan still untouchable, it looks like, at the top of the timing sheets. We'll see if anyone is able to challenge him though. Bentley Schaefer in second with this man, Grantley King from Barbados in third. Have to say he's done a fantastic job in Formula 3 so far. Currently in third. Didn't have the greatest of races though, obviously. It proved that the British Grand Prix proved to be quite a race of attrition. So we'll see if the drivers will be surviving this one. Obviously, it's going to be all about getting your car to the end. Nguyen then, as he comes through sector 1, it's about 10th of Adnan at the moment, but it is going to be Nilo Alcide, the Finnish driver, skyrockets onto provisional pole in the ART Grand Prix. And we were talking about Kasim Adnan looking untouchable at the moment, but he has been dethroned by none other than Nilo Alcide. Very well done from the Finnish driver, and that is going to greatly benefit him. Now it's all going to be about holding on to that P1 spot in qualifying. 152.239, that is about a 400th of a second improvement by Alcide over Adnan. So we'll see if he can keep it. Obviously Adnan might retaliate, obviously the Porsche Super Cup race winner. Hwang Min Nguyen then, who only owns one career win so far as he comes into the pit lane, that being the 2018 DTM race at Misano, in which he took the pole win and fastest lap. Was a very great drive from him, obviously. Though I guess he's a bit more known for racing open wheelers, as Talal Nugali goes across the line, and the Saudi Arabian driver up into 8th. Very well done from Talal Nugali in the ART Grand Prix, the man from Saudi Arabia up into 8th. Saudi Arabia, obviously, if you are keeping up to date with football, who obviously beat Argentina 2-1 in the group stages, was a very memorable win for Saudi Arabia. So I guess Talal would be quite happy with the World Cup win, his home country doing well in football. And I guess he wants to make sure they do well in open wheel racing as well, up into 8th. Nugali then, who himself only holds a podium to his name, which I believe he scored in Formula E last season, if I am not mistaken. It was a P2 at the Lippo Village round, which was only awarded half points, ironically enough, as David Byers goes up into 14th. Rubinho Gonzalez gets himself up into 3rd. The Spaniard still improving here in qualifying as he gets himself ahead of Bentley Schaefer by about a 10th of a second. Well done from Gonzalez in the Campos, the Spanish driver for the Spanish team, as Halil Shahin now goes up into 4th. Now this looks more like it for the man from Turkey, showing very good improvement as he goes up into 4th. Henry J. Brown in the Prema up into 9th. So we're seeing a few improvements now then, but Shahin is going to be a big talking point. Obviously the man who has not had the best of luck in his racing career, now up into 4th. We'll see though if he can keep it. Henry J. Brown then is going to piggyback off Grantley King's DRS there as they head into Brooklands. He's 2 tenths off Alcide in the first sector then. So we'll see he can improve in the second and third sectors. But we're going to talk about Aaron Curtis. The Irishman has stormed to the top of the timing sheets. It's a 152 flat for Curtis in the Haroos. And it is a very, very fantastic lap time from Aaron Curtis by 0.2 of a second. He takes pole from Nilo Alcide. Very well done from Aaron Curtis. Bravo. And we have once again a brand new provisional pole sitter, that being Curtis. Nicely done. I also made a mistake, sorry. It is not the Haroos, that is the Trident. Sorry. They're both blue, red and white teams, so I tend to get them confused. But yeah, you do get sometimes you just do get it wrong. Either way, Falcon then in the white, red and black ART Grand Prix goes up into 7th. Well done from the Polish driver to get himself up into P7, just ahead of Grantley King, who's been pushed all the way down into 8th. So King will be wanting to improve with 2.5 minutes to go, as Kasim Adnan comes into the pits. There's Adam Wolf up into 8th, sending Grantley King down another position, but the Carlin driver goes up into 8th position. Looking at Nilo Alcide then, the man in 2nd, who has been dethroned by Aaron Curtis, as he is going to head through Cops. And now into the high-speed corners, Maggots and Beckett's. We know it is quite dangerous to go wheel to wheel through here. We saw it many times. We saw it happen many times in the British Grand Prix race 2 weeks ago, as Nguyen improves up into 18th, Clifton improves into 15th, and Alcide is up by a 10th on Curtis pole time here in Sector 2. We're going to watch this lap, if he is going to finish it, that is, as he heads through Stowe and now into Vale. Just has 3 corners to go, and he's just going to have to hope to be on an improvement as he heads through Vale. Quite nice and tidy then. Gets the power down on the exit, only through Club now. And can Alcide dethrone Aaron Curtis with 1 minute to go as he crosses the line? Yes, he can! And he gets himself into the 151s. So it's a 151.886 for Nilo Alcide. And he's now accompanied by Gabriel Gomez in the 151 club, as Gomez in the Prema has gone up into 2nd. Number 2 in P2. Very well done from Gabriel Gomez, the Brazilian. And that sends Curtis down to 3rd in only a matter of seconds, as previous pole sitter Michal Valiak goes up into 7th in the MP Motorsport. Well done from Valiak, the Croatian, trying to keep up with the others. But yeah, can Alcide keep his pole position then with 20 seconds to go, as Cam Cole, the American, gets himself up into P10. Well done then from him to get himself into the top 10. But the big question will be, now that the checkered flag is about to fall in 5 seconds, who is, or it's no matter of who, but is anyone going to be able to challenge Nilo Alcide, the 4 pole position, as the checkered flag is now out, and we're waiting for 25 cars to cross the line. Tanner's first across, does not improve. Neither does Coleman Rus. Noah Clifton does set an improvement, however the Australian will stay in 17th. Jose Lucas, the Brazilian, is going to try to equal his competitor Gabriel Gomez in 2nd. Can he do it as he goes across the line? He goes up into 7th. Very respectable effort then from the Brazilian. Luca Eiger takes away the 7th position from Jose Lucas, as Bentley Schaefer is in 10th. Aditya Bagos will be in 20th. Sergeant Morrow will go across the line. The American does not improve. Alcide comes in. He's not going to finish his lap. Gabriel Gomez does not finish it either. Function Chao Shainat, the tire driver, is just going to round the club corner. Let's see if he can improve and get himself up a few positions. And he does so, and up into 4th. goes Functional Chow China. Great lap from the Thai driver. What about Rubinho Gonzalez in 6th? Can he set an improvement? Yes, he can, and he takes the 4th place away from Chow China. Adnan sent down into 6th. What about Michael Valjak, currently in 10th? Valjak does not improve, and he will start P10 at best. Erkinit, the Estonian, down in P25, does improve, but unfortunately, it would only be 25th place for the Estonian. Adam Wolfman in the Carlin does not improve either. He stays in P14. What about Hemo Tiford in the MP Motorsport? Tiford does improve, and he goes up into 6th. Very respectable qualifying effort from the Finn. Cameron Cole, unfortunately, will be in 14th, as we're going to have the final few cars across the line. Alex Luan in the HWA is going to come across the line. Let's see what the Vietnamese driver in P28 can do, and it is going to be P21, so he goes up a few positions. And the final car across the line will be Nick Tander, and he did not improve, but it is going to be Nilo Alcide who takes pole position for the 1st anniversary Grand Prix. And now that was quite the qualifying session. I was gunning for Adnan to have it, but yeah, just absolutely fell down to 7th position. But yeah, quite an exciting qualifying grid that we have then. So before lights out, we are going to go through the starting grid, and it is Nilo Alcide who claims a 1st pole position here at Silverstone, and accompanying him on the front row is former F2 driver Gabriel Gomez for Prema Racing. 2nd row will be Aaron Curtis. Very well done from the Irishman, with Rubinho Gonzalez in 4th. And it's Pongchan Okshaoshainat, the Thai driver, starts 5th with Hemo Tiford in 6th position. Kasim Adnan starts in 7th with Halil Shahin, a good qualifying for the Turkish driver, in 8th, and it's Luca Eiger. The Swiss driver is 9th, with Jose Lucas rounding up the top 10. Michael Valjak starts P11 with Bentley Schaefer in 12th, and it is Matthew Falcon in 13th with Cameron Cole in P14. Adam Wolf will start 15th with WTCR champion Grantley King in 16th. Then we have Nick Tander in 17th. Henry J. Brown will be in P18 with Talon Nagali in 19th, and Noah Clifton rounds out the top 20 with Alex Luan in 21st. Aditya Bago stuck in between the 2 Vietnamese drivers as he starts 22nd with the other Vietnamese driver, Hoang Minh Nguyen, in 23rd. And it is the 2 Brits of Jake Tillisley and David Byers, P24 and 25. And that is the Estonian Erkki Nyt in 26th with Zara Kaya in 27th. And taking the final 2 spots on the grid will be Sergeant Morrow. And there's one more, but yeah, I think we should be ready to go then for lights out. Our cameraman is on a bit of a break, but Alcide on pole then, and Gomez with the experience. It'll be an interesting run down to turn 1, but I do think with all these cars and how closely packed they will be, it is gonna get, I think, a bit messy. So I think expect maybe a bit of rubbing between a few cars into turn 1. But obviously the question for Alcide will be to take the getaway. You'll have to get a better start than Gomez. Obviously, he is lined up on the outside, so we're just going to cover off the inside. But our cameraman seems to be back. Let's go for the 1st anniversary Grand Prix for Formula 3, as we're going to head down to the grid then. And the lights stationary as we have Alcide on pole with Gomez in 2nd, as we have 6 lights. And we're underway here at Silverstone. What a start for Nilo Alcide. He's just absolutely rocketed away. And Gomez is going to be under pressure from Curtis. Heading into turn 1, it's going to be Curtis on the outside. And he is going to get the Brazilian into turn 1. Curtis goes up in a 2nd. And that's Tiford going off the track. And he's been hit by his MP Motorsport teammate and spun round in the air. Tiford down to 14, and there's going to be damage to the MP Motorsport car as he is going to be battling with Nick Tander. Over the curb he goes, and it's not gone too well for Hemo Tiford at the start. It's quite a horrible start as Tander is going to take advantage of this on the inside of the Finnish driver. They're in the background as Dugali and Clifton going wheel to wheel as well. But Alcide leads from Curtis and then Gomez in 3rd, as Gomez has been able to hold on to third. There's been another DNF at the back as Nugali's going to go on the inside of him with T-Ford now. T-Ford losing out positions as we head through Brooklands and Luffield. Curtis then in second as we look back to Hemo T-Ford, who has been actually able to defend from Talal Nugali. Nugali, who is having to defend from Noah Clifton, but Clifton is punching his way through the Saudi driver as Clifton climbs up into 17th. Erki Nut has been overtaken by Koloman Rus for P23. Now then, as we head through Maggots and Beckett's, you can see then as Gonzalez there in fourth, chasing down Gabriel Gomez. He is going to go for it. Here's Bentley Schaefer on Luca Eiger for 8th position. He's going to have a look on the inside line of the Swiss driver. The two are going to go wheel to wheel. The HWA versus the Trident. As it's going to be Schaefer on the outside. He gets it done before the corner though. And that's Bagus. And Aditya Bagus is out of the first anniversary Grand Prix. So something has happened to Aditya Bagus. And there's another car trailing quite far back compared to the others as well. Now we've had I think we've had a few DNFers on lap 1 as we approach lap 2 out of 19. Here's Alex Luong chasing down his fellow compatriot Huang Min Nguyen. So we're going to see if he is able to line up a move on the Genzer car as he's sandwiched in between another Genzer. That's David Byers, who's been able to overtake into P22. Luan having a look on the inside, but is he close enough? He's still going to try to trail the other Vietnamese driver behind. Has a look on the inside, but I think it might have compromised him on exit because here comes Dave Byers. The Brit's going to reclaim his position as he's going to go on the inside line of Luan into Brooklands. The two are going to go wheel to wheel as he's going to have the outside into Luffield. Let's see if he's going to be able to keep ahead. No, he's going to go wide. And that is going to invite Coleman Roos, who's going to try to get another position here on lap 2. It's going to be on the inside of David Byers. And there's Gomez battling with Aaron Curtis, though he gets a bit wide. And that has compromised his line as Rubinho Gonzalez now catches up to Gabriel Gomez for third, and he has got the run compared to the Brazilian. So let's see if Gonzalez can do anything here as they're gonna head into Stowe, and it is gonna be Gonzalez who's lining up on the inside line, but it just isn't close enough just yet. One man who looks to be close enough though is Nick Tadler on Cameron Cole, as he's gonna go on the inside of the Harus, and he is, I believe, gonna get past. Nice move then from Nick Tander up into 14th. And there in the background is T-Ford and Clifton going side by side, and it is gonna be Hemo T-Ford who does defend from Noah Clifton. Clifton is still gonna be on the inside line there, but it doesn't get the best of exits. And into turn 1, I think it is going to be Talal Nugali. He's looking to take advantage of it into Abbey. They're going to go wheel to wheel. It's going to be Nugali on the inside, but he's lost it. And T-Ford is sent spinning around. Or, sorry, that is Clifton. My apologies. Not T-Ford, but Clifton has been sent spinning around. And he's going to re-enter in P26. And things have gone terribly wrong for the Australian as he tangles with Talal Nugali, and Nugali is gonna be down in 18th position then. So a bit of drama then on lap 3, the beginning of lap 3. But we look at the battle for P3. There in the background is Adnan and I believe Jose Lucas. Lucas is gonna go on the inside line of the Syrian. The two are gonna go wheel to wheel then into Maggots and Beckers. Now they've got to be really careful through here, but Adnan is ahead of Lucas just before heading into Maggots, so I guess crisis averted, you could say, as Gonzalez chases down Gomez. Gonzalez then in the slipstream down the hangar straight. Woolley trying the thing on the inside line, and he is not close enough to line up a move. So Gonzalez very, very close, but he just has to stay patient and not overdrive the car behind Gomez, because that means he's going to lose out in the long term. Looking at Zedan Kaya, then he gets passed down a straight by Sergeant Morrow. So I think Ankaya might have some issues with this car here. So something is up with the Filipino driver's car as they're going to head into Vale. David Byers is going to try to get past as Nick Tanner now in P14 sets the fast lap of the race. That's a 1:52.303. And there, been a battle for P11 between Adam Wolf and Matthew Falcon. Wolf's going to go around the outside of Falcon, but he goes wide, and that is going to compromise him quite a lot because here comes Henry J. Brown on the inside line of Adam Wolf, the Portuguese, versus the Brit, as the two are going to go wheel to wheel, heading down into Brooklands, who is going to be the last on the brakes. It looks to be Adam Wolf as he's on the outside line. He's going to have the inside line through Luffield, and that should give him the better line. And Henry J. Brown is going to be forced a bit wide there, and that's not gone the best for the Portuguese driver. Here comes Nick Tanner then, who just set the fast lap of the race. He's going to utilize the pace that he has to try and get past Henry J. Brown on the inside into Cups. Will he get past into Cups? I think he is just about ahead, but it is not over yet as Brown tries to have a look on the Australian as they're going to head side by side through Maggots and Beckett, and Tanner jumps off the curb, and both of them make contact going off the track. They're going to keep their positions. No, Brown's lost out to Cole. So it is going to be Cameron Cole up into 14th and joining this battle for 13th. Let's see if the American and the Porsche Super Cup race winner can take advantage of this. Now, that was a bit dirty from Nick Tanner. Just sent Brown careening off. Luckily, they both were able to hold it. I wondered if we could get a replay on that accident, as Byers and Ankaya are going to go wheel to wheel just before that. Byers then round the outside into Vale. Will he take it? As they're going to go wheel to wheel. Byers going to have the inside line through Vale. Gets a bit of oversteer though on the exit, but it should be the Brit ahead of Zanankaya. Now, if we could get the incident between Tanner and Brown, let's see what happened between the two. So, on board with Nick Tanner, you can see that Brown does not get the best of runs. He dips a wheel into the gravel even. And Tanner then on the inside through Woodcut does get ahead of Henry J. Brown. Now into Stowe, or Cops. It's on the inside, defending his position. Doesn't get the greatest of runs. And that gives Henry the run into Magus. So he is on Nick's inside line there. And then he just goes over the curb, and he had no control there. But unfortunately, I think the fault is with Nick Tanner there. And this is going to be on board with Brown as he's having a look. He's going to go around the outside into Cops. Obviously, he isn't close enough, but Tanner still defends the position. And thus, he gets a bit of a worse exit compared to Henry. And then he's on the inside line. And yeah, nothing Henry could have done there. Absolute shame for him, and he loses the position to Cameron Cole. Just swoops in there on the outside. Quick thinking from Cam Cole. But yeah, I think the situation or the fault is going to be with Nick Tanner. And we'll see what the stewards will have to say about that. As Ankaya and Byers are chasing each other there, or Ankaya is chasing down Dave Byers. There's Kasem Adnan in 6th at the moment. As, if you'll excuse me a bit, hold on. And I am back. Hello. Sorry, I had a bit of an issue. And something. Oh, okay. We got Henry J. Brown in the pit lane. I think something is up. That's to say the least. Don't think we had that planned. Did we? So I guess is that an error or not? Okay, so I don't know why though. Okay, yeah, sorry, I don't know why though they came into the pit lane, but it's a bit of a bug. Sorry to the people that it affected, but we should be back with racing, and it is Nilo Alcide versus Aaron Curtis for the race lead, and he is gonna be in the DRS. Obviously, the DRS rules would have to be. The mod was not really working, so we had to fix it a bit. But yeah, you can see Alcida is gonna have DRS as well, and Aaron. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, this might be an issue. I guess the race should just be running. I don't know. I feel like it is a bit. But yeah, we'll keep going for now. I think if it becomes a bit too severe, we might call it off. Either way, racing is going to continue. Curtis is now down to 11th due to this. We'll just have to hope that no more quote-unquote scheduled stops will happen. Or unscheduled, should I say, maybe. Looking at the battle for P15, then it's Ankaya versus Sergeant Mora at the moment, as Ankaya follows him through Maggots and Beckett at the moment. And there's Aaron Curtis getting past Talanugali on the outside. And he does get past for P10, so there might still be a bit of redemption for the Irishman. Doesn't look like there's anyone else coming into the pits. As I say that, Alex Luan is pitting. So I don't know. Is this actually going to affect the results? As I guess Luan comes in for his quote-unquote scheduled stop. Yeah, and I don't think we'll be able to. I don't think we'll be able to run it this way. So, yeah, verdict from FIA will. The results will be given from lap 7.5 points will only be awarded. That crowns Nilo Alcide as the winner of the first anniversary Grand Prix. So, yes. Sorry I had to end this way, but AC is a bit unpredictable. We've had problems basically the entire day. But yeah, I guess thank you for watching. I've been your commentator, Milan FG, and we will return tomorrow with the Formula 2 first anniversary Grand Prix at the Silverstone circuit. So make sure to not miss that. Either way, I've been your commentator, Milan. Thank you and goodbye.